Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was the other.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. You obviously, it's a big game for everyone.
Yeah.
American soccer and Mexican soccer. For you, you're captaining MLS against
Mexico, yeah, the Mexican League. It's a little bit surreal, but it's cool and it's great. You know that I think that could be, if you want to see it in this way, like a cool representation of like, yeah, we are not against each other. We utilize each other to improve, to grow, because that's what we should do. You know, because in the end we're gonna keep, seeing who goes to the World Cup every single time, but it's just for sports. So of course, it's very good for the federation when Mexico and USA goes to each World Cup, you know what I mean? And then if every MLS team improves and the league improves, that should help the Liga MX to improve, and the other way around the same. So, yeah, I think I'm very grateful, very humble to be in this event, to be like chosen by a lot of fans and managers and stuff, and then obviously being the captain it's amazing. But like I said in the press conference, that doesn't give me more or less value, you know what I mean? It's just someone needs to be the captain, and I'm gonna be the one, but we all are stars in our teams. We all are doing the best as we can in our teams and trying to help this league to improve day by day.
I mean, when you left Mexico in
2010, yeah.
Major League Soccer was a lower level.
Yeah.
Now you guys are.
The improvement, yeah.
What's been behind that? Is it simple as investment?
Man, in life it's so difficult to tell you how they did it and everything in life, because I think we're used to find the answers that way. We always want to find the shortcuts of the answer of like, what you did to be success. Okay, you did this, okay, let me just do it and I'll be success that easy. And I think it's life is about gray areas. You know, of course, we want to achieve the best of the best of the best every single day. Yeah, but the house, it's what life is about, and it's about the gray areas. And just to mention something about MLS, I think MLS was so like, I don't know how to say, like focus on making the league and don't be obsessed on the quick return. You know what I mean? They see the big picture. They see the long run. They can see further that some other countries and some other leagues decide to do, because they're, I think, a little bit obsessed to the straight benefit and just gaining the quick as we can gain. We do it. You know what I mean? So I think what MLS has done is that just learn a little bit of all the leagues around the world, learn way more from Mexico, because we're neighbors in the end. And they've been just doing it in their own way, but adding some stuff around the world of how we can improve. And of course, investment, not only monetary, not only about money, investment about time, investment about hiring the correct people, not only as players, as managers, as staffs, as which location we're doing in MLS, which teams will allow them to build teams, not to build teams. There's a lot of organization and strategies that I think MLS has been doing so far pretty good.
You've obviously been here 2.5 years. I'm guessing you're enjoying it.
A lot.
The Galaxy is going well?
That's my main challenge and the most attractive one for me, to try to help as much as I can to return and to help this organization to return to the spots that they deserve to be. You know, it's like we're talking about Man United before the interview started, and I'm like, when Man United is in the top places, it helps everyone. It helps that there are teams that not only because of the history that they did, but because of the challenges and everything that they have done. And like LA Galaxy is the same for MLS. It's always good to have the teams that are always fighting for championships to be there, so the other teams can fight against them and they can keep improving and improving, because everything over here is about competition, and it's not only the outcome of the competition of who's winning. Of course, that's important, and I want I want LA Galaxy to win championships, but it's the how, and it's like convincing the whole organization and myself included of that, how we can go to playoffs, how we can manage it, how we can do it, how we can find that consistency that in the last 2 years we haven't got it, and even in this season we don't have that many draws. As I can say, I don't play games for draws. But that's not my mentality. I'm a striker, but that shows that we're lacking of consistency, because there are games that probably they're so tough that we cannot win. But our mentality should be, okay, we're not going to lose it, so we gain 1 point, because in the end 1 point matters. Last season we were the only team that we were on playoffs position since the first game until the last one, and because 1 point we were out. 1 game, 1 goal, 1 clean sheet, 1 of something, So that's what I'm trying to do with all my teammates, with all the coaching staff, and with all the owners of our organization to convince that every play matters, every sprint matters, everything matters, every training matters, to improve, to grow, and then to put that every single in every single game that we play on the weekends or in the middle of the week.
You mentioned you've been in the Galaxy and loving life for 2.5 years. They do need a striker.
Man, I mean, there's those situations, and I know the narratives, and I know how it could be there, but obviously, man, if you are in my age, with my past and with that stuff, and United comes and they say, yes, I'll play for free, it's like, of course we will do that, but I want to be very respectful and as well very consistent in that, using that word, that now my mind and my world and my convictions are about winning a championship with LA Galaxy. But to get to that outcome, it's every day, even here, trying to be as healthy as I can, give my everything to this game, try to win, and then a part of that, recover as quick as I can, because on Saturday I have another final for me, that is Vancouver. And then, of course, in the future, if things happen, things will happen. But right now, my mind is 100% in this organization, trying to win.
Like a Manchester United player talking about being in the right position inside leagues as the trainer, Cardiff, and you actually played for the club when they were at the previous game. Can you believe how far they've slipped since that experience?
Oh, that's a very tricky question, man, because I'll answer yes and no, because, man, no, it doesn't surprise me, because, man, in life, it's not easy to have a manager 26 years in the way that he did, and one of his greatest aptitudes as being as a manager, in my humble opinion, was just to put a number, just to like this: 7 out of 10 players that come to United work it out. That's not easy, man. Not even for Real Madrid, not even for Barcelona, not even for Chelsea, not even for City, or for Liverpool, or for any team that you want, Bayern Munich. It's not easy, man, to do that for 26 years, because Sir Alex was very good in the human side and in the person side, and see how I can take the best out of you, how you can help the organization. So to substitute that, man, is not easy. Yeah. Man, it's like winning a lottery. Of course, do you think that every manager that you're going to hire is going to do 80% of what he did? That's, I think, in my point of view, starting even with myself and everyone as a fan base of Manchester United, that they are great. If we put that pressure to every manager, it's not going to work out. We need to get over it that Sir Alex Ferguson is gone. We would love to have someone similar, yes, but it's gone. So things are not going to happen the same. So we need to adapt in a way, and we need to give it a chance to each manager to do it in certain ways, because now you have something else that is very difficult. Manchester United are not in Champions League. So some top players are not going to want to come from Manchester United. Of course they want to come because it's Manchester United, but in the end for their careers it's difficult because there's no Champions League spots. And then there are other teams that they're offering you that. So for your career, it's always you're going to choose another ones. So it's difficult. So I think it's the same process Liverpool did when I was there. Right? And Liverpool was Liverpool, and they struggled, and then they find a manager with getting rid of getting rid of good players, bad players, or players that no bad players that they weren't good enough for that team. Like it was Liverpool, and that go for a lapse of 5 years, 6 years, 7 years without not even being in Champions League. Liverpool, So that's part of a process of you need to the curve was always like this, then now it's a little bit lower. And I think and I hope every single time with each manager to go up. You know?
They've put him in for Marco Arnautovic.
Yeah, I heard something about it. I played with him in the West Ham, and I'm a brilliant player, excellent player, and I think if Manchester United won them is for a reason, because a part of that he's an amazing, talented player. I think they're trying to work it out in certain ways to start a proper season, and he knows the league. He's a pretty good striker, and I think if they got him, he's gonna be a very good add up for the squad. I think so. No, but I mean a part of the character. No, we all are characters. You know, we all are characters. They're just. That's why the narrative. I don't. That's why I hate when they stereotype a guy with character, because a guy with strong character is difficult to handle. The same as a guy with in an introvert character is difficult to you know what I mean? It's like both extremes. Of just putting an example of a guy with difficult character, Cantona, Arnautovic, you put the names, but then other players I don't know, that they're very introvert, they're quiet, they're not that passionate and stuff. They're difficult to handle too, because you need to make. It's like the opposite. What it works for them, it doesn't work for these guys. What it works for these guys, it doesn't work with guys. But what I want to say is, it's not more complicated to manage these guys than these ones. It's just different. It's just different. That's what Sir Alex Ferguson taught me. I have a way to improve and work myself. Then Ryan Giggs has other. Everyone others have other. Nemanja Vidic has other. Rio Ferdinand has other. How do you make 26 players to fucking get? That's the beauty of this game. That's the beauty of managers in every game. How they take the best out of you. And something that works for you is not going to work for them. So it doesn't matter if he's a strong character or not. It's like he's going to be for the standards of a Manchester United player needs to be. And the only way to know is giving them the chance, you know?
You mentioned the importance of the Champions League for Manchester United. You know Ronaldo really well, and he's 37 now. Do you understand why he's so concerned?
Oh, man.
Does he need to...
I think you're with the grown guy to ask the question. I want to tell you why. Because I understand everyone. Because it's like there's no correct and wrong choice. That's what the narrative on the world is trying to go. That there's no, if there was easy formulas, we all be experiencing the same way of experiencing life, and we don't. We all have our own paths. So of course I understand everyone. That in my point of view, I just think about himself or any player. What would I do? What would it benefit myself? It's completely different as him and as everyone else. You know. So I understand him. Then what is gonna happen is time will tell. What is there? Not correct or not correct? Well, if he's turning it around good, it doesn't. We'll see. We'll see. That's the beauty of it. The uncertainty of we'll see. What if he stays and scores 40 goals?
Which he could do.
Okay, guys. Yeah, no, it's yeah.